Goisch back in the saddle in pride. You know, boss, speaking of Pancrase, he fought Frank Shamrock to a draw in Pancrase.
Yeah, that was a fight, man. It was unbelievable. What a great fight that was. They both were, after the fight, they were so tired, they didn't come out. And even got Vernon Tiger White from Pancrase.
Yes, Vernon Tiger White, also a member of the Pancrase circuit at one time. And look, they're ready to run at each other. They don't even want to hear the referee's instructions. I think there's a lot of heart here. We've got two people who can fight standing up, but their ground game is probably where Allan is the best at. Vernon started off in Taekwondo, and he's really got some good punches and kicks standing.
Yes, but Vernon Tiger White is really limber, and he managed always to escape situations that are not to escape normally, so it's pretty cool.
Well, he got a couple of advantages when he fought Sakuraba. He got Sakuraba's back and almost choked him.
Oh, yes, he did. It was a good fight.
And here we go, USA versus Brazil. They come out there. Boss, I think this is going to be a lot more action than we've seen. Both men look a little tense here. Nice high kick there by Allan Goisch. It was blocked by Vernon, but he let him know. Here it comes.
Whoa,
nice low kick by Vernon White.
That was
They're coming out slugging here, folks.
This is going to be a fight. My
nice
God.
kick. Allan goes for the single. Vernon spins out, but looks like Vernon's going to have to settle for the guard in this takedown attempt.
That was some firework right there.
That was some fireworks for sure. Vernon's got him locked up high. Allan totally relaxed here. Been here quite a few times. Allan has over 200 victories in various forms of jiu-jitsu, sport jiu-jitsu, street fights, what have you. Growing up in Rio, you know, there's a lot of opportunities to ply your craft on the street.
Yep.
Much like Holland, huh, boss?
Yes, I think so. What a great country, huh?
Yeah. So Vernon Tiger White on the bottom with a loose guard. Allan knows quite a few answers to questions Vernon will give him from the bottom position. I expect Vernon to strike. There he goes with the left hand to Allan's the side of Allan's head. Allan trying to pass the guard. He's got he's got the half mount or half guard, whichever your perspective is, as you were alluding to, boss.
Okay, thank you very much, Stephen.
Boss Rutan at ringside.
Here we go.
Pride Fighting Championship. New blood. Allan goes in half mount. Do you think he's going to try and pass the full guard to get the mount?
I don't know. I think he's going to go for a hammerlock on the right arm of Vernon Tiger White.
Vernon chopping away. Allan's got Vernon pretty flat here, so Vernon doesn't have a lot of options until Allan actually lets him loose, right?
Yeah, but that's why he's so close. You know, he makes sure that Vernon cannot punch.
Nice elbow to the hip.
For submission. Oh, here we go. He wants to go for a mount. No, it didn't work.
Vernon's got a loose guard, so Allan could just step over and get them out, but then Vernon ties up the leg, knowing that, like we said before, you don't even have to look at your opponent because they're looking down and they're just feeling there's a lot of sensitivity here.
These guys train so many hours in the gym. Everything is like second nature for these guys.
Well, both of them have had some of the various best grapplers in the world to work with. Allan Goisch, obviously working with Carlos Berreto, Murilo Bustamante, Ricardo Laborio, Vernon Tiger White working in the past with Frank Shamrock and with Ken Shamrock, his coach, Jerry Bolander and Guy Mesger. They both had quite a bit of training in their ground game, so it may be a real chess match down here on the ground.
Vernon should try to roll to the left right now and surprise him. Maybe he can reverse him.
Because Allan would go to counterbalance that, then give himself up for a reversal. Yeah, I see. Yep. Allan taking his time, covering up.
Hey, we got Tony Montana, man. What are you doing here?
How you doing, boss?
What do you think of this fight, Tony? Tell me.
To me, man, I'm looking like two cockroaches on the floor, man.
Okay, Tony, you can't say that. I'm sorry. Okay. You have to go, okay?
Okay, we have Mr. Montana. Nice to meet you. Boss, thank you for getting rid of Mr. Montana. A nice guy in his own right.
He's a really nice guy.
Vernon says that he really doesn't have one particular strength. He has learned so many different things that everything he's learned has been a strength. But if he had a strength, he says, it would be his stand-up.
You see, now, Vernon should try to bridge to the left or the right. Just move and go for something. You see, Allan's right arm is under his neck, so he's vulnerable of getting turned to the left.
Yeah, he could get spun over. but Allan's right leg is open, so he could just put the right leg over to block the turn.
Yeah,
but it would be something.
Yeah, if the reaction is a little bit too slow, he's going to turn. And at least you try, you might as well try.
Allan Gush was in the Brazilian army when he was 18 years old, and there was a time where he actually got trapped and stranded for 3 months in the Amazon jungle with his company, and he survived.
Unbelievable. Eh?
And he said that made him into a tougher guy. It got him in touch with God, and it got him in touch with his fear for 3 months.
I believe it, man.
At 18 years old.
The last fight I saw him with Frank Shamrock. Frank Shamrock put a heel hook on him, and he reversed his heel totally to the other side, like 180 degrees. And Allan told me after the fight, he said, "I'm not going to tap. My spirit won't let me tap." I said, "But you can break your leg." He said, "I don't care. I'm not going to tap."
Yeah, he didn't tap out. He sustained quite an injury to that ankle when Frank heel hooked him.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, that was near the end of the fight. Yep. He didn't tap out, and he was standing in this corner against the ropes with his foot up in the air while they announced the decision.
Yep.
He's a tough guy, but they're both tough guys.
Uh-oh, he's going to spin out. Nope.
We've got quite a defensive, offensive ground game going on here. Now this is where it comes into a tough call, boss, because you have gentlemen that want to win a fight, but then you have an audience that wants entertainment.
Yep.
And many times a general public will look at a fight like this and think, well, wait a minute, I want to see two guys standing in the middle of the ring punching it out or kicking or doing something a little more action-packed.
Yep, this is not entertaining for the audience, I can tell you that for sure. But they're looking for submissions. It's a slow game, You cannot overdo it, because if you make a mistake, the other one is going to take advantage of it. He's going to reverse you, or maybe he's going to submit you. So it's a dangerous game. Well,
I think that a promoter would think that, okay, I want to have a fight card, and I want to have exciting fighters that have exciting fights. A fighter has to make some sort of a decision whether he wants to be to possibly make mistakes, but be more exciting.
Yep.
That way, even there have been fighters in Pride who lost half their fights, but they still are main event fighters here.
Yeah, I know.
From around the world.
But once in the ring, you don't think like that. He's got the full mount now. This is going to be dangerous.
Okay, now this is not good for Vernon White, because Allan can start to strike. Vernon's tying him up pretty well with the arms.
Allan is really good at this.
He's got a lot of options here.
Yep. He's got a very good balance once he's on top. This is not smart. He lets Vernon grab him again. He has to push himself away, create some distance, and start punching down.
He's going to try and grind away at those ribs. You can do some damage there, but it'd be really hard to stop an opponent with body shots like that.
Yes. Again, you cannot develop any speed. That's the whole reason. He needs to create distance. I don't know why he's not doing it.
Yeah, because Vernon let go of his grip, and now Allan could actually pop up and start to throw downward strikes and really do some damage. There's a little chopping left hand there to the side of Vernon White's head. Allan has controlled the action, though.
Yep, he did.
He's pretty much dictated the tempo once they went to the ground. It was a good little exchange they had at the early part. Allan coming out throwing the high kick.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Sometimes they make suddenly moves you never saw before. You would have expected that he would throw a high kick.
I've never seen him throw a high kick. I notoriously, he trained in boxing. I didn't know that he had been training a great deal. But, the Brazilian top team, I think they've got some real tricks up their sleeves. And now, Vernon tried to flip him, but...
Yeah, Vernon had to try to turn him to the left. Lock up his foot, Allan's foot, with his left foot. Once one of the arm from Allan, when he goes around his neck, you can turn him that side.
Now, Allan's up high, and he's almost... Oh! Vernon pops out! What a great move, Vernon White! Allan got up a little too high. Vernon flipped over, almost gave his back, then popped straight up. Now they're back into a kickboxing match.
And you see, that's the reason why they're constantly so compact with each other, because you see one little mistake, and they're getting up.
Allan throws a right. Roundhouse kick, Vernon steps into the punch combination. Vernon tries for a left inside kick. Allan goes for the single, and down he takes Vernon White. Nice bear hug squeeze down there by Allan Gush. On top again, Ian missed. White's guard.
Last 1 minute. 1 minute left. That's good.
Okay, now Allan is getting up high and going to strike from the guard. Vernon pulling him close.
Yeah, he has to do something. Push him away, punch. Let's go. It's like 45 seconds left. You might as well throw everything out. Have a good finish of the first round. It's good for the judges.
Okay, Allan going for some up kicks, almost catching. Oh, Vernon.
Nice back roll.
Oh, that was slick. It was actually Vernon going for an up kick, laying on the ground, trying to kick upward, catch Allan Gosh, and then doing a nice back somersault on the mat and popping back up. What started off to be a lackadaisical round has turned into a little bit more action-packed. Vernon pulling guard on the ropes.
That's the same thing that I would do. Only I would jump a little higher.
Yeah, just slam him down.
As high as you can. Okay, this is good.
That was interesting because we saw an American fighter, Lions Den, Vernon Tiger White, pull guard on a Brazilian fighter at the end of the round. I mean,
normally it's the other way around.
Exactly.
Yep.
There he is, Allan Gosh.
Both in great shape, by the way. Can you see it?
Yeah. Vernon Tiger White getting some instructions there from Jerry Bolander. Vernon defended well, but seemed to be a little bit too defensive on the ground. Allan Gosh making most of the moves and initiating most of the fight.
Yeah. They were holding, they were compact, but you saw the reason, you know. They made one little mistake and Vernon got out of it. That's all the game. One little mistake. One time you open a little space, you're going to escape. Especially guys like Vernon, especially guys like Allan.
Yeah. Now here we are, Allan Gosh in the half mount, chopping away with body shots with his left hand. And Vernon making sure that he doesn't get too high up, and he doesn't want to pass the guard.
I got such a great turn for this.
Now he's got the mount. Allan Gosh in full mount here. Trying to strike, but Vernon blocking the arms, tying the arms up.
The underhooks.
And Allan in control here, chopping away with the left hand to Vernon's ribs.
And there's a liver. It's a good side to punch, actually.
Yeah, that is the liver.
I love the liver punches.
What do you love, liver?
Chicken liver, it's okay.
Okay, Allan Gosh getting up high, getting ready to throw punches from the guard, and boom, there it is. Nice right hand by Allan Gosh, but Vernon pushing straight up with the kicks and missing most of
And now
those.
it comes the back roll. Watch this.
Now here we go. Nice little back roll and pops back up. Allan almost ran in, but not quite fast enough.
You run into the top of the head of Vernon. It looks like a headbutt. Now, here we go. Now it's going to be fun.
I think so, too. Will we see another high kick from Allan Gosh? We don't know, but I expect that Vernon Tiger White's going to throw a high kick. Oh, he's going to run out there and try to throw a knee. A very close match so far.
Looking in really good shape, like I said before. It's also good for the others, you know. The action keeps coming.
I get the impression that both these men love fighting.
Oh, that was a good punch.
Okay, Allan going for that single leg, and Vernon got the one underhook. Defending well. Nice sweep there by Allan Gosh. Gosh on top.
And here we go again.
Vernon with a loose half guard. Right shin under Allan Gosh's thigh there. But it would be hard for Vernon to sweep Allan Gosh from this position.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because Allan Gosh, look, Allan gets the half mount again.
Yep, from there he's going to work for the guard again, or for the mount, for the full mount.
Now, this time, Vernon has got Allan's right leg, whereas before he had his left leg. I think Allan might be able to pass the guard easier from here. And he looks like he's almost got it. He's almost got it. Oh, nice spin. But there's the mount. Vernon almost reversed him and stood back up.
It becomes because of the ropes were there. Otherwise he would have turned him.
So here we are again.
Now let's see what he's going to do. When he was in this position against Frank, man, he punished Frank there. He started riding him and punishing. Boom, boom, boom. Palm strikes to the head. So he should do the same thing right now. But Vernon is a smart guy. He will probably hold him down.
Well, back then, it was 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, true.
And the fighters, including Frank and Vernon and Allan, have all improved, so they know how to defend in positions like that. Where back then, maybe Frank didn't know how to defend as well, and Allan did, institute because back then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was dominating everything.
No. Back then, mount was finished. If somebody got the mount, it was finished. Right now, you see, nothing happens.
Oh, look
That's
at this.
He's doing this a few times already. I saw him in the beginning of the fight.
He's shouldering Vernon Tiger White. Now, that's got to be a little more than annoying. That's got to actually hurt it's a big slapping muscle, but...
My core hammers, actually, my Thai boxing coach taught me that in Thai boxing also. It's illegal, but it's still a good thing to do.
Well, we do see that in boxing sometimes. It does always draw a warning because, as you say, it is illegal. But in Pride, it's not a forearm.
It's perfect.
It's not an elbow, and it's not a headbutt. So it is a legal strike because there are no rules prohibiting it.
No rules that said no shoulder strikes.
That's right. I'm sure that someone eventually will invent a rule that says that.
Yeah, if they're going to knock him out with it, maybe it will come.
I think it'd be difficult to knock someone out with a shoulder strike from the mount when the guy's holding him close.
You see, now again, Vernon, when he locks up with his left, the foot of Allan, he can turn Allan to the left. You see? Because he's got no post there. This is what he should do right now.
Do you think that Vernon is expending more energy in this position than Allan is?
Yes, I think so, because Allan needs to press down constantly, and he has to put the power on. Vernon is just holding a little bit and resting. You see, he's hooking his hands. He doesn't cost any power.
It looks like Allan is pretty fresh, though.
Yeah, but both of them, they both look good. Again, good attacks to the liver.
This
is smart.
Kid.
That's what I told you. That's exactly the turn I said.
Exactly as Boss had predicted. Vernon did turn right away and stand back up. Oh, nice kick to the face by Vernon Tiger White. Jumped in with a left roundhouse kick and smacked Allan.
Well, now he has to watch out because if he's gonna punch, Allan is gonna throw him. This is it.
Oh, he's holding the ropes here. This is not legal. Oh, down he goes. But he's throwing the up kicks. Stands back up. Allan going for the single.
Good fight.
Oh, yeah. Vernon really had an answer for the mount, didn't he? Every time. Both in the first round, he got out of the mount.
And now again, he puts his right arm under Vernon's neck. Vernon can turn him to the left for Vernon. You see?
It's funny because the technology of the sport has advanced to where it said 5 years ago the mount of position you were finished. But now, fighters like the Lions Den fighters and others, they get in the mount with somebody like Allan Goish, who's got a great mount and a great guard and a great ground fighter, but it did not threaten him because he popped back up.
Yep. I think side control, I think that's one of the best positions to be in. Go to the side, from there you can go for almost everything. You can take leg locks, arm bars, you can punch, you can elbow to the body. It's perfect. Plus you can throw knees to the face, and now if the opponent lays on his back, it's legal to throw knees to the head.
That's right. So if you were in a side mount in this position, let's say Allan Goish was in the side mount, he could throw his knee to Vernon White's head.
Yeah.
Because that, as a matter of fact, it wasn't a side mount, but in the finals of the Pride Fighting Championship Grand Prix 2000 on May 1st.
Look, here we go again. But now he's against the ropes. But again, if Vernon locks up with the left, the foot of Allan, he can turn him to the left again.
I think that referee Yuji Shimada, if they scoot any further, he's going to cause them to restart toward the center of the ring in the same position. But Allan might be doing his work for him. He seems to be spinning him because he knows if they go to the ropes that they're going to have to restart. And even though they will technically try and claim the same position, you can adjust and make little adjustments and get an advantage.
Yeah, it's like now Allan is in a good position because if Vernon is going to turn him to the left, Allan's going to be on his back.
There's the elbow again by Allan Goish.
Unbelievable shoulder strike. Boom. He hits him a few times good with it.
Well, Vernon said he knows that Allan will be sneaky, but the first cheap shot he gives him, he'll give him one right back. But I don't know if that's considered a cheap shot, the shoulder strike.
No, this is good. As long as it's not illegal, nothing is a cheap shot.
Well, both of these men have been in the ring with Kazushi Sakuraba, and Allan Goish did really well and fought to a draw against Sakuraba. Some people thought maybe Allan had done the best in that fight, whereas Vernon had lost to a submission against Sakuraba.
Yeah, but Vernon grew a lot in the last years. The last 2-3 years, he gained so much. He's looking totally different too. He's in great shape.
It is the chin almost going in there. Now, as I suspected, the referees are restarting the fighters closer to the center of the ring.
And this is good for Vernon. If Allan's going to make a mistake again by putting his arm around his neck, he can turn him to that side.
I think because Allan has reversed the mount twice already. Vernon has reversed the mount twice already. Allan is a little more defense-oriented from the mount. He's not as offensive as he was.
Yeah, but he hits a lot. He's busy. The shoulder strikes, the punches to the body, to the liver shots. He's doing a lot. He's working now.
Thus far in this fight, boss, who would you say had the advantage?
I really don't know. That's why I told you before I don't want to be a judge. Because let them decide. Oh, my God.
Now, that's got to hurt.
These are some good throws.
Let me grab my shoulder, too. It's got to hurt.
It's going to hurt Allan tonight, too, I tell you.
Yeah, I think so, too. Got him right on the chin. You can hear the...
He's going to go around his neck. Yeah, if I was Allan, I would push myself out. On his jaw, on his throat. Start punching as hard as I could.
But you're a striker. And even though Allan has trained in strikes, I think primarily he's a submission in his mind. The back of his mind, he's going to go for what he trained in first.
Yep.
You trained in striking first.
Yep, that's true.
And I think you go back to your instincts.
Yep. Yeah, the game plan normally works only like in the beginning of the fight. Once you get in problems, you go back to your old things.
That's right. Vernon White, on the other hand, started off as a striker, beginning his martial art training with Taekwondo.
He has to throw him now to the left. Hook the foot of Allan and go to the left. See if he's going to do it now. Oh no, Allan is not under his neck anymore.
Well, Vernon said that he's not going to fight Allan's fight. He's going to fight his fight. But so far, it looks like he has fought Allan's fight.
Yeah.
Because I would say that, if Vernon were to fight his fight, it would probably be a kickboxing match.
Yep. He did good. Allan showed a little bit more, I think. I think he's going to, because of his dominant positions.
And he's busy with his
punch.
Yeah, he's busy with the strikes, too.
Yeah.
Vernon didn't land that left roundhouse kick, but that was one shot out of all these elbows, shoulders and punches to the body.
Vernon should turn him to the left, I'm telling you, man. He did it already 2 times. Why is he not doing it now? I can't believe it. I can do it.
We're getting close to that corner again, that same corner. The referee seems to be standing in between the corner and them to say, please don't make us restart again. Allan going up high, trying to grind away there with some strikes, getting busy, missing. Now, look at Vernon White, he's slipping, and he's bobbing and weaving for a
It's good. He's doing good. Great ending.
Nice exchange there. Allan was going crazy with the downward punches, but Vernon was literally slipping and weaving from the bottom of the mount.
Yeah, let's see what the judges are going to say, because you never know him.
This fight was a draw. It had to be. Allan did some things, controlled it to a certain degree, made Vernon fight his fight. We don't know, but I don't know. What do you think, Ross?
I don't know, man. Here I go again. I'm not a judge. I'm happy not to be a judge. But I think Allan won. And Vernon thinks so too. You see, he lifts him up. Great fighters.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good fight.
2 of the best fighters in their weight, for sure. I would have to say, if I were a judge, and because they have the option of the overtime round, I would opt for the overtime round.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at the end, they got busy.
They got really busy. Excitement.
And there we go. Allan Gomes did, in fact, do enough to win.
Another victory for the Brazilian top team. They're doing great.
This is the second.
Look at him. George Brazil from Passado de Guarda is in the ring. It's a famous program on Brazilian TV, a fighting program.
They've got to be happy that this is Carlos Barreto and now Allan Goisch back-to-back wins over Lions Den fighters nonetheless.
Yeah, and good Lions Den fighters.
Good Lions Den fighters. And they were not dominant victories, but